Hello everyone. Hi. I welcome you all to this lecture of Zenith Academy Online. I am Shravika Jamnik, your teacher for today. And together we are going to learn something very simple today. Measurement. We do this throughout the day. Let's see what it is. Have you ever seen a car and wondered how much it must weigh or what is its length? Well, to answer all these questions, measurement came into existence. Measurement is the process of finding the length, mass, or quantity of something. The simplest examples are weighing a fruit basket or seeing the time. When we go to a vegetable vendor, we always weigh the vegetables or the fruits before buying them. And of course, we measure the distance between two places. This is the measurement of length. And seeing the time. We see the time throughout the day. But have you wondered, when clocks did not exist, how was time measured? Well, let's find out. The history of time. Time was measured keeping in mind the position of sun and moon. Basically, the concept of shadow was used. It was observed that the shadow will change its angle when the sun changes its angles, and therefore the concept of sundials came into existence. This is what a sundial looks like. Are you seeing how the shadow is showing the time? But it had its disadvantages. See here, when it's night or when it's a no moon night, then the shadow does not fall on the sundial and you cannot measure time. You cannot simply see what time it is. This also happened on a bad weather day, and therefore another thing came into existence, that is sand clocks. You all must have seen sand clocks. But then again, sand clock did not tell us what time it is. And then clocks were invented. Similarly, there is history for other units. Physical quantity such as length was measured with the help of different body parts such as hand, arm, or foot. Hand span is the length between our thumb and our little finger. Cubit is the length between our elbow and our fingertips. And foot is the length of our foot. But then everyone realized that everyone has a different body type. And my foot may not match your foot. Therefore, this cannot be used as a unit for measurement. Now let's see some physical quantities. The first one is length. Length of an object means how long an object is or how far an object is from another point. The units of length are meter, abbreviated as m, centimeter, abbreviated as cm, and millimeter, abbreviated as mm. There's also inch to measure height. Every time we want to know the length of something, we measure it. Some measuring devices are a measuring tape, ruler, and an odometer. This sign shows the distance between two places. Here, the distance is measured in kilometers. Kilometers is a unit used for large distances. Meter is used for comparatively less larger lengths, and centimeters is used for very small lengths. This is a measuring tape. And this is a ruler. The units on a ruler is usually a centimeter. And this is an odometer. An odometer is installed on vehicles, bikes and cars. We all see it. It will measure the distance in kilometers between two places. Some conversions of length are 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. 1 meter is also equals to 1000 millimeter, and 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meter. I will tell you a very easy trick to understand these conversions. The next physical quantity we are going to learn is mass. Mass is a measure of amount of matter in an object. Now wait, mass and weight are not the same things. Let's see why. Because weight considers gravity, whereas mass will not consider gravity. As you can see, the mass on moon as well as on earth is 120 kgs. But the weight differs. Why is that? Because the gravitational force on earth is much larger than the gravitational force on the moon. So if you think you weigh too much, don't worry. On moon, your weight will be very less. Some measuring devices for mass are beam balance, digital weighing machine, and weights. This is a digital weighing machine. This is a beam balance. In case of a beam balance, you have to keep the objects you want to weigh on one side and standard weights on other side. Let's see. These are standard weights. They usually come in 5 kg, 1 kg, 500 grams. So when you keep an object here and you want to know if it's 1 kg, then you have to keep a 1 kg standard weight on the other pan. And when they are balanced, you know that the vegetable you have purchased is of 1 kg. Some conversions are 1 kg equals to 1000 gram and 1 gram equals to 1000 mg, milligram. Now let's learn a fun trick to understand these conversions. Learn this sentence. King Harry died, mother didn't cry much. Now let's see what it stands for. The first letter of each word stands for something. The K stands for kilo. The H stands for hecta. The D stands for deca. M stands for the unit. Here, that's mother, that's meter, and here it becomes grandmother. Okay, so just remember, in case of grams, this becomes grandmother, and in case of meter, this becomes mother. The other D is for deci, this C is centi, and this M is milli. Now let's see. This is for gram, so here the sentence will change to King Harry died, grandmother didn't cry much. To convert kg into hectagram, we have to multiply it by 10. Similarly, to convert hectagram into kg, you have to divide it by 10. Same thing here for meter. This is kilometer, hectameter, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. Isn't it easy now? I'm sure you will be able to learn this very quickly. Conversions are very important, so remember this. The next physical quantity we are going to learn is capacity. Capacity is the amount of liquid that a container can hold. The capacity of a container is known as volume. We usually use volume instead of using capacity. Its units are liter, kiloliter, and milliliter. This container has a capacity of 1 liter. So when the container is filled with water, you know that the water that you have taken is 1 liter. Another example is a milk carton. We usually get these Tetra packs, but do we know how much milk is inside these containers? It's usually written on the Tetra pack. If it's 1 liter, then the capacity of this milk container Tetra pack is 1 liter. Some conversions of capacity are 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliter and 1 kiloliter equals to 1000 liter. Guess the next quantity. We have learnt a little bit about this. As you can see, it's time. The units of time are second, abbreviated as S, minute, abbreviated as an M, and hour, abbreviated as HR. Some measuring devices are the conventional clock, a digital clock, and watches. This is a conventional clock. It has 3 hands. These hands are an hour hand, a minute hand, and a second hand. Second hand is the hand that keeps moving continuously. Hour hand is the shortest hand, and the other long hand is the minute hand. Now let's see a digital clock. A digital clock will show the time in digits. That's why it's called digital. We also saw digital weighing machine. There also the mass was shown in digits. The conversions of time, it's different than compared to capacity, mass and length. Here the number 60 is important. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. 1 hour equals to 60 minutes, which is in turn equals to 3600 seconds. Can you understand this conversion? Well, 1 hour equals to 60 minutes, but 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. Therefore, you have to multiply this 60 into this 60 and you will get the value 3600 seconds. Try converting the day and the year into seconds. If you get the answers correctly, mention in the comments, and if you don't, I will explain it again to you in another video. The next physical quantity is temperature. Temperature is measurement of degree of hotness or coldness of a body. If it's very hot, we say that the temperature is rising, and if it's cold, the temperature is falling. The units of temperature are Kelvin, abbreviated as K, Celsius, abbreviated as degree C, and degree Fahrenheit, degree F. The measuring devices are a thermometer. Did you know that Celsius and Fahrenheit were named by a scientist whose name was Fahrenheit? Interesting, right? Let's see a thermometer. This is a thermometer. It calculates the temperature in degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit both. What is this liquid that rises and falls to tell us the temperature? It's mercury. This is a medical thermometer. Do you know why mercury is used in thermometers? Because mercury expands and contracts on heating and cooling down. And mercury expands and contracts just the right amount. We can't use water in thermometers because if we use water, water will expand so much that we will have to use a thermometer of 1 kilometers. Can you believe that? Because different units were being used throughout the world, they decided to use constant units, and these units are known as SI units, Standard International Units. Now let's take a look at what units are for physical quantities. The SI unit for length is meter, m. For mass, it's kilogram, kg. For capacity, it is liter. For time, it is second. And for temperature, it's Kelvin. Please remember these SI units by heart. They are very important. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.